Before we get into the NFL predictions, I want to say prayers to Damar Hamlin. It was a scary incident, and I'm glad to see that he's doing better. But yeah, we're just going to continue to send prayers his way. Yo, what's up everyone? Starry Ray here, and welcome back to another NFL predictions video. If you could hear my voice, I am still kind of sick. I'm getting over it though. The last couple days were pretty bad. But as week 18 rolls on, I'm going to be 100% prepared for football. Playoff football is starting soon, and as a Steelers fan, this is going to be a very important week for us. Week 18, so yeah, I'm excited, super excited to see what happens in week 18, see who makes it, see who doesn't make it. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Week 18, last regular season football, man. The season has flown by. It was a very fun season, and I'm happy that I was able to bring you these NFL predictions weekly. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. Some great football happened. Some just crazy storylines happened this whole season. Yeah, the season was one to be remembered for sure. And now we're on to the last NFL predictions video of the season. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this series. I sure did. Alright, let's just go ahead and jump right into the games. The first game is the Chiefs versus the Raiders on Saturday. Now, I want to start off by saying I gotta give credit to Jared Stidham. I didn't think he was gonna be good. I thought last week against the 49ers was gonna be like a shit show. I thought it was going to be very bad, but man, he really stepped up and he played some really good football. Now, they didn't get the win, but for expectations wise, he overachieved. The Raiders really overachieved against the 49ers, the best defense in the NFL. They were battling, they were going head to head and went into overtime, man. It was a game. Davante Adams was going crazy. But yeah, like I said, they were not able to win that game. But for all the expectations, everything, it was a good, showing for the Raiders. The Chiefs are coming off a win against the Broncos, where the Broncos probably played one of their best games this season. I thought the Chiefs were just gonna roll, but they didn't. The Broncos really did put up a fight. But like I said, the Chiefs won that game. When it comes to this game, I'm going to be taking the Chiefs, but I do think we're going to get another shootout. Last time these two teams faced was on that Monday night game with Derek Carr, and they almost won that game. If Davante Adams and Hunter Renfrow didn't run into each other, they possibly win that game. So yeah, I think it's going to be another shootout, just because last matchup, Josh McDaniels put something together. Maybe he can do that again. Maybe Jared Stidham is his man. They can do something together. I don't know. I don't want to hype it up too much, but you never know. They do have a connection from those Patriots days, so who knows. They may, I don't know. It may be like a match made in heaven, but I do not want to hype it up too much. So I'm going to be taking the Chiefs on this one very, comfortably. It may be a shootout, but I'm not really expecting it. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not expecting it. I think the Chiefs are going to handle business. After that, on Saturday, is the Titans versus the Jaguars. This game is super easy for me to pick. Joshua Dobbs, he's going to be the starter. He's been confirmed to be the starter. Malik Willis is just not ready. He's not good at all. Joshua Dobbs is pretty good. He played decent against the Cowboys, but the Titans are just, they really needed Ryan Tannehill, but now that he's injured, they're really just going downhill. Even with their great coach, it doesn't matter. The Titans are just not that really good of a team. So I'm going to be taking the Jaguars. I didn't even talk about the Jaguars, but you already know the Jaguars are rolling. They're really hot at the perfect time, the end of the year. So yeah, give me the Jaguars this game. Now we move on to the Sunday games, and the first game is the Buccaneers versus the Falcons. Now the Buccaneers are already in the playoffs, but I did read a report earlier on this week that said that they're still going to be playing all their starters, even though them winning this game doesn't matter. And because of that, I'm going to be picking them, because I think they need confidence going into the postseason. They 100% need it, so I think they're going to win this game, because I think they know that they need to win this game. The Falcons are not even that good, so I'm not really even scared of the Falcons if I'm the Buccaneers. So yeah, I'm going to be taking the Buccaneers. They're thinking about the postseason. Now that can be, mess them up. They could lose this game if they're not focused on this game. But I think they're going to use this game as like a stepping stone, a launching pad for the postseason. So yeah, give me the Buccaneers for this game. After that is the Patriots versus the Bills. Everybody's going to be watching this game. All eyes are going to be glued on this game because of the Bills. I mentioned it at the start of the show. Prayers to Damar Hamlin. But yeah, everybody's going to want to see how the Bills, bounce back after that just traumatic, I don't even know, like historical events. Like we've never seen anything like that happen in the NFL. So yeah, everybody wants to see how the Bills are gonna bounce back. And in my honest opinion, I am not sure how they're gonna bounce back. Like I don't know. They can it's either gonna be two ways. They're either gonna bounce back full force and do it for 3, or they're gonna, just not be prepared, and have maybe put up a stinker. But I'm just not really sure how they're gonna react to this everything. It was a very traumatic experience. However, during an interview, Josh Allen did say that he's ready to play this game, that he's he's in for this game. Like they want to play this game, and they also want to win this game for Damar Hamlin. So yeah, we got to really see how this game goes. Everyone's going to be watching for sure, and this is a very important game for the Patriots as well, because I think if they win this game, they are in. Because right now if the Patriots lose, they fall out, and if the Dolphins lose as well, then the Steelers can jump in. So this game, like for Steeler Nation's going to be watching this game as well. We definitely need the Bills to win this game, and I'm going to be picking the Bills because I think they're going to do it for Damar Hamlin. Like I said, I can either see it going both ways. They can either do it or they can put up a stinker, but I think they're going to do it. I'm just going to pick that because I honestly need it. As a Steelers fan, we need the Bills to win. So I'm going to be, that's like my fingers crossed pick that they win this game. I just really need them. Steelers Nation, we need to make the playoffs. So yeah, I'm going for the Bills. I hope they do it. And but the Patriots are a really good team. They oh my god, they did everything to almost lose that game against the Dolphins. I can't believe it. I was sick. I was sick out of my mind watching that game, because even just my body was sick, and I was just kind of I was sick at them for what they were doing. They should have just kicked the field goal at the end. Oh my god. But yeah, the Patriots, they put up a fight. The Patriots they're an iffy team. They're good and then they're bad, and I don't know. I'm very indecisive on the Patriots, but yeah, I think the Bills should be better, and I think that they're gonna try to win this game for a D. After that is the Vikings versus the Bears. For this game, I'm gonna be taking the Vikings. With the news that Justin Fields is out for this game, the Bears obviously have no chance of winning it. So yeah, I'm going to be taking the Vikings on this one very easily. After that is the Ravens versus the Bengals. Lamar Jackson is still out. He hasn't practiced all week and it's looking like he's not going to play again. It's been a month since he's done any activity after that knee injury. I'm sure we'll talk about it later because they're already in the playoffs, so we'll talk about it later on. But that's super scary. And the Bengals are coming off that game with the Bills where the game got, postponed indefinitely because of the situation that happened. Now it's going to be interesting to see how the Bengals react, because though it didn't directly affect them, they were still a part of everything that went on. They were there, they were the other team, they're the opponent for the Bills. It happened in their stadium. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of emotions in that stadium, and I'm sure the Bengals players are going to have a lot of emotions as well. But I do expect them to win because I just don't like the Baltimore Ravens team. They just struggle a lot without Lamar Jackson. They do have a great run game, as the Steelers saw, but I think that the Bengals are going to win this game. They have a lot more offensive power, and if they could put up points, then they could beat the Ravens, because the Ravens, can't put up points. After that is the Texans versus the Colts. This is probably one of the worst games of the week. I can't imagine this being a good game. I can't imagine that, man. These two teams are really bad, especially the Colts. However, the Texans are actually a kind of a good team. They just haven't had things go their way this season. So I'm going to be taking the Texans, especially after Nick Foles got injured. So I'm not even sure who's going to be their quarterback anymore. Yeah, give me the Texans for this one. They've been better so far this season. After that is the Jets versus the Dolphins. For this game, I'm going to be taking the Jets, mainly because I need the Jets to win this game. I need the Dolphins to be out of the playoffs. However, with the Dolphins being out of a quarterback, Jacoby Brissett is most likely going to be out. So it's going to be Mike Glennon. I do not believe in Mike Glennon at all. Yeah, the Dolphins are in a terrible spot. They had the biggest collapse of the season, most likely. These two teams have had the biggest collapse this season. Yeah, this game is not going to be a very good game, but I'm hoping Mike White and the Jets can pull this one out for Steeler Nation, because we definitely need it. So yeah, I'm going to be taking the Jets on this one because it's my finger cross pick, and I really need this one. After that is the Panthers versus the Saints. For this game, I'm going to be taking the Panthers. They put up a fight against the Buccaneers. They almost won that game, but they didn't. But they've been playing a lot better, especially Sam. Darnold, who's been playing really good, surprisingly, because, they started the season with Baker Mayfield because they didn't believe in Sam Darnold, and now he's actually looking kind of decent. They're going to be most likely going to be using him next season. So yeah, I really do like Sam Darnold. Maybe not like him, but I like what I've seen. I can appreciate what I've seen. And now the Saints did win that game against the Eagles, but we've seen now that the Eagles definitely need Jalen Hurts to play. Without Jalen Hurts, the Eagles are just not a good team. And so the Saints were able to win that game. But I'm still going to be taking the Panthers just because I just kind of like what they're doing this season. I'm not buying much stock into that win for the Saints. I think it was kind of a fluky win. So yeah, give me the Panthers. After that is the Browns versus the Steelers. I'm going to be keeping this one very, very short. You already know who I'm rocking with. I'm going with the Steelers 100%, 10 toes down. That is my team. The Browns beat a Commanders that was led by Carson Wentz, who I'm not a fan of. I don't like Carson Wentz. I think he's a very just bad quarterback, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not that big of a fan of him. And the Commanders are one of those teams that can't fight back. They really can't fight back. They can stay they can stay punching with you, but once you start taking the lead and once some big moments happen, you take the ball away from them, they're going to start to crumble. And that's what they did against the Browns. Deshaun Watson probably had one of his best games so far this year, but like I said, it was against the Commanders who crumbled. I'm going to be taking the Steelers because obviously we need to win this game. This is a playoff game for us, no questions. This is everything. This is what this season comes down to. This game, fuck those other games. We need to win this game. This is all that matters. The Steelers need to win this game 100%, and they're going to win this game for Mike Tomlin, for themselves, for the playoffs, for the fans, for the city of Pittsburgh. We're winning this game. No question, give me the Steelers. After that is the Giants versus the Eagles. As of recording, there is still no, certified answer that Jalen Hurts is going to be quarterback for this game. So yeah, man, this one is going to be very, very interesting to watch because the NFC East is still open to, claim the Giants can do it and the Cowboys can still do it. However, I think Jalen Hurts is probably going to, man this one out and probably play this game because I think they want that first spot for sure. But I wouldn't count out the Giants because the Giants have been playing just really great football to end the season, and they really solidified themselves as a playoff team. I think they're gonna be shock, depending on who they match up. I think they can shock. So I wouldn't count out the Giants against the Eagles. I really wouldn't. I think they can really put up a shocking performance even right now. I think they're really that good. They're like a sleeper hit for sure, but they can win you a game. They can win a game. They can go head to head. But because right now it's so up in the air if Jalen Hurts is gonna play or not, I'm assuming he is gonna play. But is he gonna be rusty? Is he gonna be good? I don't know, man. It's very, very up in the air. It's not a good sign that he's still limited right now, in my opinion. I would like to see him, being just wide open, pause, but I would have seen him being have no limitations on him. Pause. That's crazy. But yeah, if Jalen Hurts plays, I'm going with the Eagles. If Jalen Hurts doesn't play, I'm going with the Giants. After that is the Cowboys versus the Commanders. For this game, it's obvious I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I don't like the Commanders, and they're playing another backup because Heineke gave up his job for the other backup. I can't even remember his name off the top of my head. But yeah, give me the Cowboys. They should win this game and, take that momentum into the postseason. After that is the Chargers versus the Broncos. Same thing I said about the Cowboys wanting to win this game and take the momentum into the playoffs. That's exactly how I feel about the Chargers. I think they're going to do the same. They don't want to mess around with the Broncos. The Broncos, they've been playing a lot better, but I think the Chargers are going to want to take care of business fast and early and, just look forward to the postseason. So I'm going to be taking the Chargers to just really take care of business early. After that is the Rams versus the Seahawks. Now the Seahawks are in the playoffs, but they need to win this game to continue to save their spot for the postseason. And because of that, I think that the Seahawks are going to win this game. They have to, obviously, to keep their chances alive to being in the postseason. And I think they're going to do it. I think they got to do it. And they've been playing, kind of iffy as of late, but they played really well against the Jets and they knocked the Jets out, eliminated the Jets. So yeah, I'm going to be taking the Seahawks because their playoff hopes are on the line, and the Rams didn't play good at all against the Chargers. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking the Seahawks. After that is the Cardinals versus the 49ers. For this game, I'm gonna be taking the 49ers. Cardinals are still without Kyler Murray. Their season ended a long time ago. So yeah, give me the 49ers for this game. After that is the last Sunday night football game of the regular season, the Lions versus the Packers. Now this game has playoff implications all over it for both teams and for the Seattle Seahawks as well. I didn't mention it earlier, but when I was talking about the Seahawks, they actually need to win that game and need Green Bay to lose. I didn't realize that. And the Lions, for this game, they need to win at Green Bay and they need Seattle to lose. However, for the Green Bay Packers, all they have to do is win against Detroit. So for the Lions, their postseason chances can potentially be eliminated before this game even starts. However though, if Seattle does lose, this game is going to be huge. Disregarding the playoffs and just looking at these two teams head to head, I'm not sure who to pick. These two teams matched up earlier on this season and the Lions did win that game. However, the Green Bay Packers are not the same Green Bay Packers that lost that game. The Green Bay Packers are on a roll and they're looking like a really good team, and just Aaron Rodgers is looking like Aaron Rodgers again. But the Lions have still been explosive and they have a great quarterback in Jared Goff, who's been playing out of his mind lately as well. For this matchup, I'm going to be taking the Packers. The reason I'm picking the Packers is because I did pick Seattle to win against the Rams, and because of that, that would eliminate the Detroit Lions. And I think if the Detroit Lions, obviously they're going to know before this game starts because it's earlier on, I think that they're going to probably not play with all that motivation if they find out they're eliminated. However, there's also a chance that they can also play with that same motivation to eliminate the Packers. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. If the Lions are eliminated, I'm not sure how they're going to come out. They're either going to be explosive or they're going to be, sulking and be sad that they lost their chances of being in the postseason. And I think Green Bay, regardless, they're going to be coming out with, postseason in mind, playoff game in mind, because, all they have to do is win this game and they're in. That's their mindset. They don't have to worry about anything else, about other teams winning or losing. They just got to worry about their own destiny. And I feel like that's an advantage. So because of that, I got to take the Packers. I think that they're just going to have the, just the stronger mental for this game. And that is it for NFL predictions. It was week 18, the last week. So NFL predictions are over until next season. If you enjoyed this series, leave a like and subscribe, and also let me know who you think is going to make the playoffs, the Lions, the Seattle Seahawks, or the Packers. Let me know in the comments. More NFL videos will be going on in the postseason, so you're not going to miss out on any more NFL content. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching, y'all. I hope to see you in the postseason. Goodbye.